Hello, Blizzard fans! This is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between Skullchewer and CaptRaynor on Bridgehead, the latter edition. This is from before the latest patch, which is why it's random versus random, and the portraits aren't showing up. I think this is one of the last games I will cast from before the latest patch. Alright, on the top leftish of Bridgehead, the latter edition, we have the red Terran player. It is Skullchewer. And on the right side of Bridgehead, the latter edition, we have the blue Terran player. It is CaptRaynor. It's Jim. Everybody, you might have heard him or know of him from Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void. I think he's not officially in the Whispers of Oblivion campaign. I'm pretty sure that's all Zeratul and Reagan and Kerrigan. But I assume he'll have to show up in the actual campaign for LOTV that will come out sometime this year. Last I heard, Blizzard is planning on releasing Legacy of the Void before the end of the year, so winter 2015, not 2016. There was some concern about that. We're not going to have to wait that long for it, assuming everything looks good. Blizzard, I guess Blizzard in the past has been really known for definitely not releasing games until they're ready. The time between StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2 is 10 years. The time between Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 is again several years between each of those games. And Blizzard in the past has been very interested in making sure we don't rush anything. I'm not sure the new Activision Blizzard is quite the same way. We might see a Legacy of the Void release that does have some problems with it and just release some patches later on to fix them. Not to say that Blizzard games have been free of problems that need to be patched in the past, but bigger ones might possibly show up. I don't know. I don't want to scare anybody. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but regardless, I am excited for the campaign. I will definitely go ahead and buy the full version of Legacy of the Void when it does come out, so I can cast the campaign for you guys. That's one of my favorite things to do when a new StarCraft game comes out, is to play the campaign, just because I feel awesome. I'm so good at beating the computer, even though those skills don't necessarily translate all the way into playing against other people on ladder. So back to the game. 2 command centers for CaptRaynor, expanding here fairly quickly before the 2-minute mark. Meanwhile, Skullchewer, which is an intimidating name if I've ever heard one, is not interested in doing that. Instead, getting an orbital command, getting a barracks, and a refinery here. We also have a refinery already up for CaptRaynor. I feel like CaptRaynor might be the better player in this particular situation. It is, let's see, 22 to 18 supply. CaptRaynor is up on that. And 20 to 17 harvesters in favor of the blue Terran player. So we'll have to see if CaptRaynor can keep this up or if he's going to fall behind. But either way, both players do have Marines out. Continue to get those Marines. A tech lab being put onto the barracks here. Yep, at the top of the ramp here for CaptRaynor. And elsewhere in the base, we have an SCV building something. Another barracks. Okay, so nothing too exciting. Does anybody have a factory yet? No, 2 barracks opener for both these players in TBT here in Legacy of the Void. This is about to finish. That'll be a very nice extra source of income for CaptRaynor. You do have mules. This is before the latest patch, so the macro stuff has not been removed quite yet from the game. We're actually putting up a missile turret. Are we afraid of Liberators or like medevac drops? I don't know what the positioning of this missile turret is all about. There are no Dark Templar for Terran. Ghosts don't come out forever in TBT, if they ever do at all. And trying to throw up this great supply depot wall of the northern part of Skullchewer's base. Going to take a while to build this. I think this guy is just, yep, shift command Q to build these eventually. So he wants this walled off, just not right now. We're not concerned about that. Not going to watch these rocks either, because you can come through these rocks as the opponent and then pretty much just walk your way down here into the base, and that has taken me by surprise more than once. You really need to be careful about that. And I'm going to throw up a command center here. So what I'd like to see, maybe Skullchewer would do if he's worried about this, is build a supply depot right here so we can watch to see if these rocks are getting destroyed and react accordingly. But yeah, exactly like this, like CaptRaynor did. So watch your opponent and learn from them. Has anybody really scouted? CaptRaynor sent out an SCV. I think he got blocked. Couldn't get into the main base. Yep, that's all he saw was that barracks. And on the other side of things, no, has not left his base, is Skullchewer. Naked Marauders here with his green color. Back to the red, though, because that's what we need to see both of the players. Great wall of supply depots is on the way up. And just continue to make Marauders here. Marauders pretty good in TPT. Marines also. Is anybody getting a factory? Yes, there is a factory. We're actually researching high-sec auto-tracking, interestingly enough. We want these missile turrets to have extra range on their missiles. Planetary fortresses to have that extra range as well, which is nice. Yeah, another turret. This upgrade, I guess, makes sense if you're going kind of mass-ish turret. If you're Skullchewer, just playing really defensively, has no idea what's coming his way. Like, there could be massive drops that just come right here and obliterate him. He has nothing scouting. He doesn't know what CaptRaynor is doing at all, but maybe the meta is just so well established in Legacy of the Void that nobody's worried about scouting right now. I don't know. Starport now coming on up for CaptRaynor. Do we have a factory yet for Skullchewer? Skullchewer, man, where is your factory? The answer is, I don't have one. Sorry about that. Marine just scouting out, making sure an army doesn't push out this front door without CaptRaynor knowing about it. I apologize, Mr. Marine. You may be CaptRaynor yourself. That's what you are labeled as, but unfortunately you are expendable. You exist only to notify the rest of the company that the enemy is on its way. You stand here and look intimidating until you die. Okay, back here we have more Marauders coming out. Do we have upgrades for these guys? Is there an engineering bay anywhere for CaptRaynor? No, we're just going 0-0 here. No big deal. Getting... Oh, are we getting a Banshee? Getting a Banshee off this tech lab. Could be Liberators, right? Could be Liberators. What's it gonna be? Oh, there we go. A Cyclone. Hooray! CaptRaynor has made a Legacy of the Void unit. You know how happy that makes me. Starport not doing anything. We're going to keep an eye on that Starport just for a little bit. Keep it down here in the corner. It's kind of in the way, but I'm interested to see what's going to happen there. There's that factory finally coming up for Skullchewer. A little bit late here at the 5-minute mark. And it just feels like so late in the game. Legacy of the Void is fast, man. 5-minute mark in the game, just barely getting his factory. Oh, man, what a slowpoke. Third command center now up for CaptRaynor. Going to land it, I guess, right here. Right here is probably a safe option as well. Maybe down here is kind of out of the way, depending on where Skullchewer decides to actually come and attack. Regardless. Oh, battle cruiser. Okay. So CaptRaynor is making a battle cruiser out of the starport. Oh, there we go. Fusion Core being researching, rather, the Behemoth reactor. Behemoth? I think it's Behemoth. Increasing the starting energy of battle cruisers by 25. That should be handy. And more Cyclones coming on out here. So Cyclones have this lock-on ability. If you haven't seen them on my channel for a while, does 540 damage over 14 seconds, can move while firing, and has a crazy long range. They also have regular Typhoon missile pods that attack ground stuff. The lock-on ability can be upgraded to attack air. Where is that actually researched? Right here, surface-to-air targeting. I think this was removed in the latest patch, though, so forget you saw this, because you're not going to see it for too much longer. I think Cyclones can only attack ground in that latest patch. I should know this. I did a patch notes video about it, but at the same time, there was a lot. And I'm not sure I retained all of the information like I wanted to. So a lot of factories actually for Skullchewer. Are we going Mech with a sprinkling of Marine Marauder here? Armory coming up. Going to start some upgrades there as well. Engineering Bay not interested in getting either... Oh, wait. So infantry weapons level 1 is up. Infantry armor level 2 is available, which means we got 1 already. Why on earth would you get armor over attack? These are some weird life choices, ladies and gentlemen. Weird choices from these players. There's that third base, happily mining with the mules, getting that crazy amount of income, 44 to 38 total harvesters for CaptRaynor. Both players not super interested in moving out. I'm not sure what exactly they're afraid of, but maybe at this level, it is okay to be afraid of everything that moves. All right, Cyclones, battle cruisers continuing to be made. Do we have any upgrades coming out? Is that another battle cruiser? No, that's a reactor, so nope. Marines, missile turrets as well. I just don't know what else really to say right now. There we go. The air upgrade coming up from the Cyclone to attack the air with that lock-on ability, which is super duper nice against big heavy units like battle cruisers, for example. There's the battle cruiser. Do we have armories available to upgrade these guys? Engineering Bay has not been used for anything yet. Armory, where are you? Is there not one? We're not going to upgrade our mech units at all. Okay, no upgrades whatsoever. CaptRaynor deciding to just go for the sheer overwhelming force, which doesn't usually work, but we'll have to see. Skullchewer actually taking down his own rocks now with like 4 units because the pathing here is really bad. There we go. Some Marauder gets into firing range. Another one too, but they blocked off the rest of their friends. These guys are trying so hard to get over there. They're like, we want to help. We want to shoot rocks. That's what we were made for, right? But nope. The Marauders in the front are being meaty heads. These 2 Marines also blocking their friends from getting in on the action. Going to take a while to kill these rocks. We'll come back later. Where are those battle cruisers? Are they part of the army? No, they're not. They're just kind of sitting here by themselves, possibly playing defense on this orbital command, which is pretty good against drops, actually. I think a battle cruiser sitting in the mineral line could do pretty well against like a medevac full of Marines, especially against Marauders. But here we go. CaptRaynor has a couple of medevacs now as well to heal up his bio. Can't really heal the Cyclones because they are mechanical units. Maybe bring a couple SCVs along to repair those guys if something bad happens to them. We have 3 battle cruisers now. More and more Marines on the way. I think it's pretty much just Marine battle cruiser production right now. We are getting combat shield. There's the upgrade for CaptRaynor, and that's it as far as upgrades go. Getting +1 infantry weapons and +1 vehicle weapons. So Skullchewer choosing to spend money on those upgrades here on the 2 bases. Very smart indeed. Putting some wind mines out here on this ramp just to catch anybody unawares that tries to come up and molest this second base. Skullchewer just playing this really defensively. Reminds me of certain guys I used to play back in Brood War that would just make a million things of static defense, just turrets and spore crawlers and cannons everywhere, and you couldn't attack them forever. But if you just got things that could deal really well with static defense, like Guardians from the Zerg, or, you know, tanks from Terran, you could pretty much rip through them, no problem. Skullchewer taking his 3rd base up here, so departing a little bit from the pattern that Raynor has established, but that is not a problem whatsoever. This is a fine place to take a 3rd base. It's 173 to 100 supply, though. CaptRaynor is way up right now. This army is looking big and very threatening. The battlecruiser count is still at 3, soon to be 4. Is this another one? Nope, these are medevacs. This is devoted entirely to the medevac production, which is fine. And an armory finally being built here at the 10-minute mark. Very good stuff. 4th base now up for CaptRaynor. He's saying, all right, you're not going to attack me. I will expand everywhere. I will be ready for you if you attack. I don't feel like I have to harass whatsoever. Now 4th base coming up for Skullchewer. This is turning into one heck of a macro game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see exactly what each player decides to do. The Cyclone count, I think, has stayed around 5 most of the game here. We take a look. Total Cyclones, yep, 5. And there's actually 1 in production, so we get 6 there. We'll see if we get another one after that, or if we're going to kind of stick around the 5 and 6 limit. I'm not sure if you want to go mass Cyclone against Terran, just because they could have a lot of Marines and Marauders, and that's not exactly an effective use of the lock-on ability. Like, you can kill a Marine, but using the lock-on ability is kind of super overkill to use 500 damage on something that's 55 total. But here we go. CaptRaynor marshalling his forces, coming up, crossing the bridge. Feeling very proud of himself for crossing the bridge. Not going to go any further, though. Not going to bring these battle cruisers. I think they're grouped in with a supply group. No, it's not. 74 Marines are here. 4 battle cruisers are here. And that's all that's hotkeyed? This is weird. This is a weird setup. Alright, so here we go. Battle cruisers are lagging behind. Nope, they're sitting here again for base defense. 5 total battle cruisers. We found a command center by accident, killing the SCV, building the command center. The rest of the army doesn't care about it. Going to leave this Marauder and this Marine to take it down. The rest of the group just kind of sitting up here. I don't know about having the Cyclones in the front. They're not super tanky, but from the high ground, going to try to snipe down this command center. Going to happen very quickly. Here comes the flank attack, though, from Skullchewer, trying to burn through this. Oh, a couple of the Cyclones do end up dead. Retreating in the face of this attack, this furious attack, is CaptRaynor. However, there are the battle cruisers. Oh, they use the warp-in ability right on top of everything here. The missile turrets are paying for themselves, but not doing super well. In the face of these battle cruisers, a huge attack stemming forward. The army getting melted for Skullchewer. I just think there's too many Marauders here. The medevac count is super high right now for CaptRaynor. Skullchewer's army ends up dead. Another battle cruiser doing the long way, coming across the map to join his friends. 1, 2, and 3. 8 kills, 7 kills, and 4 kills on this battle cruiser. Just kind of sitting on top of everything. Everybody is dead. 26 to 50 harvesters in favor of CaptRaynor. Right now, there are these Widow Mines, which are actually getting hits off. Boom! Killing a lot of stuff there. 2 kills on that Widow Mine. The army looking a little small. They didn't bring any detection with them. Another Widow Mine hit. Kills a Marauder. Yikes. I'd be very scared to go any further building another starport. Bone Chewer is not dissuaded from trying to win this game right now, even though there are battle cruisers killing everything right now. A few Vikings trying to deal with the BCs, but they don't actually use any kiting ability whatsoever. They might get this one. Nope, they don't. This guy is still darn near alive with 10 kills, 11 kills, 8 kills. This guy is a sergeant with 11 kills. What's left of the ground army for CaptRaynor is coming up to try to deal with this second base. They're going to be able to do it. Lock-on ability, taking down missile turrets. Missile turrets are actually taking down individual medevacs, though, bringing them to low health. At the very least, the armory goes down as well, and that's it. Skullchewer is defeated. CaptRaynor is victorious. And Skullchewer has left the game. So, this has been FalconPaladin with yet another Daily Blizzard upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and as always, you take care of yourself.